we got in here then? Wheat, did it? Oh, there we are. There's two types of crab, three different species of crabs there, look. Look at the smallest first. This is a broad-clawed porcelain crab, and that is a filter feed. It feeds on plankton. It combs the water, and the plankton caught in his claws then and eats it. Put him away there. There's another crab here, which is called pike crust or xantho crab species. Put him back there, and as you can see, just down there, out of the way out, we can see hiding away.
I didn't even see him.
Our little friend, the edible velvet swimming crab. There we are. So, there we are, and he's a good size. They don't grow much bigger than that. So that's one for us to eat later on. We've come across here now mermaid's purses. Now these are the eggs of sharks, not dogfish in this case. These are either smooth hounds or bullheads, not 100% sure, but inside you can see the actual embryo developing, and what happens is then it'll develop in there until it's ready to hatch. It'll hatch out, it'll come out of its home and swim away. To show the diversity and the difference in colours of these pike crust or xantho crabs. There's a nice mauve purpley colour one. We put him back into there. This one's something's been digging there, look.
Yeah.
Dug it out. I wonder what's in there. So look, on the top, before we lift it, I'll show you the seaweeds. There is Irish moss and sea lettuce, both of which are edible. There we go. What have we got there then?
Crab swallow.
Now I've seen the crab, the velvet swimming crab, and there's a fish here, which is the black gobies. Up, buddies. Let's get him up. Just to show him. There we are. That's it. Adult size. I think it's a female, because the male would have a black lip, and in the breeding period, that dorsal fin would have a yellow stripe on it. We'll put the old goby back now. The old slate, look. It's a nice little anemone. And what you've got here as well, you've got some sea slugs. And there's anemones, and you can see there, I don't know if you can pick it up on camera, there's a nice little broad-clawed porcelain crab. And these small ones, wait now, these are long-clawed porcelain crabs. There then. There's a big xantho crab. Oh yeah. Look at all those. All those little small broad-clawed and long-clawed porcelain crabs. And that bigger crab you can see on the top just there, that's a very, very recently hatched out edible crab. Just found this little spider crab now, called a Macropodia species, I think it is. I don't know if it'll come out on the film, but it looks like it's got camouflage and stuff with little sponges and things. So we'll put him back. On this stone, before we pick it up, there's something there called an anemone. It's a snake-lox anemone, which doesn't retract its tentacles. So it just waves it about, catches animals in the water column. But the thing is, this anemone can sting. If you left the tentacles on your finger or skin for a while, you'll find you'll have sore lesions after a while. Okay, you want to film that? To make it out. Right, take it out. There we go. Put him in the basket now. Velvet swimming crab. There. So we need everything else go. That edible's too small. There's a number of fish. There's a goby there. And on the underside, you can see on here there are sea cucumbers, member of the starfish family, which let out their tentacles in the tide. These are stingwinkles. So, that's the way, goodbye. And just down there again, you can see another Macropodia crab. and in these gaps, because there's so much stuff living in them, you can see water squirting out. There's sea squirts. This is its own ecosystem, because you've got, like I say, just there now, you've got the broad-clawed porcelain crabs. There's a sea squirt. There are stingwinkles, various anemones, algae, sponges, and just in there there's something called right next to the crab, that shell is a European cowrie shell, which feeds on the scidians, which is a type of sea squirt. You can see something called a feather star there, type of starfish that attaches itself to a rock and then it filters out the plankton from the water column. They get much bigger than that, but that's a small one. Right, I didn't see this, but Chris was walking along. We've just come across and seen this beautiful anemone there now. I'm not sure which species it is, but I think it's some form of Sagittaria. Like I say, a beautiful little thing. So it's just...
Oh right,
yeah?
And now it's just vanished.
It's just contracted now. I'm going to touch this. End of this one. There's a porcelain crab. Broad-clawed porcelain crab. Various sponges. I can't see that because my eyes aren't good enough. But there's a nice little feather star there. See it? Right, this looks a promising stone, nice and flat, just at the edge of a low tide. On the top we've got sea lettuce and various seaweeds, and lift him up, and there, as you can see, an abundance of life. You've got little black goby again, put them over there. You've got some nice purple pie crust or xantho crabs, and we've got two species of bristle stars, and the thing is a different type of bristle star, you know, which has got different. See, you know, so life everywhere. It's a feather star that's we just found on a rock before we turn it back. If you come across again, there's various types of life, different bristle stars, sponges. You come across crabs, bristle stars, and top shells. Yeah. And this one, there's the usual crabs, xantho crabs. There's a nice little bristle star, and underneath there we've got what we call a shore urchin. Not the biggest, but very attractive. Yeah, he walks along on the shore and he eats detritus, protecting himself with these needles, and has the mouth parts there, so you put him back. Look, if you turn in stones over, if there's water underneath, chances are there's going to be a fish. So we'll see what's under here. And we've got, oh look at that. There we are. What we have there, apart from the starfish and crabs, there's a lovely tompot blenny. Beautiful little fish. Yeah, look at the colours on him there. And if you look on his head above his eyes, you've got two little stalks. And this particular fish, it eats all invertebrates, but it's a specialist. It feeds on anemones of all things. And beautiful fish. They come in different colours. You get them in blues and reds and browns. He's a handsome little gentleman. So we put him back, and if you keep it on, Chris, if you put him back, there's actually a clingfish further down. We'll put him there for now. And there's a clingfish, if we can catch him. Oh, right. Right now, even look now. There we are. There's a clingfish. This clingfish is this is called a Connemara clingfish. This is because there's two types. There's the red spotted ones, which are Connemara clingfish, and you've got ones with blue dots on, which is the Cornish clingfish. It's called a clingfish because when you turn him over, you find that his pectoral fin has been adapted to form a sucker. So it clings, see there? The sucker, it clings to the rocks, so when they get rough seas, and his squat shape means that he's quite safe in rough weather. We put him back. Put him back with his mate there, Oh yeah, another tompot blenny. Yeah. Not the same one, but we'll put him back in the water there because the tide has just turned. It'll be back over here in a couple of minutes anyway. Yeah. Right now, there we are. We got there. There's a couple of nice xantho crabs. Right out. There's a purpley one, and just to show a lovely, beautiful orangey red. Just goes to show the variety and diversity of life and colour even within the same species. Do something now. Oh lovely, there we are. Take him over here. This is a scorpion fish. Lovely little fish, full of spines, as you can see. There, they come in the summer normally to follow the prawns in. So if I turn him over, they normally got a bright blue belly under the head. See? Again, beautiful little thing. There we are, and I don't know what that is on there, but I'll have a look. We'll blow it up later on to see. I don't know what it is. Can you see that bright blue fleck there?
Yeah.
That's something else, isn't it?
Don't know what it is.
We'll have a look when. There we are. Put him back there. Picked up this now. It's a sea cucumber. So when the tide comes in, it'll put his little tentacles out in the water column and grab the plankton. Under that same rock is a species of scallop. I think it's a flame scallop, I'm not sure. Don't they only grow to about that big? So we put him back. And every now we've got some nice colourful coralline algae with the greens and the purples. Yeah. Yeah, 3. Oh. Did you get it on film?
I did.
Put it on to show that
it's all real.
It's all real, but
yeah. Try again. Rock just crumbled under you, didn't it?
Yeah, but if you're filming,
yeah,
I think it's quite important now to show something. So as you can see where the rock gave away,
because it's all been drilled.
You can see the piddock shells, which have been boring in and living in there. They secrete an acid from there, which dissolves this is limestone and make the holes in.
And that's why it disintegrated and put you in your ass.
Yeah.
There's a lot under there. I heard it go in here.
Yeah. Ready? Here we go. What's it now?
Definitely stuck.
What's it now?
Yeah. Oh wow! Loads of rockings.
Yeah.
Oh,
what have we got? We've got a beautiful, apart from the fish, we've got a lovely feather star. There he is, look. See what it does? It attaches itself to the rock and it waves its arms then in the water column and catches its food. Put him back in there. Out of the way. What have we got outside, boy?